I live to grind. Grinding is working every single day to master your craft, even when you don't want to. Whatever you do, it's getting better every single day so you can get to that moment of huge success, the glamour, everything that people see, to show them your work, to show what you've worked so hard on. And for me in my grind, over the past 12 months, I have been filming for Ambitious Adventures. Greg Roulette and I have traveled the country, interviewing some great entrepreneurs in post-production, offset, so much work. Now this is a result of my grind. Iowa, raise your hand. Yeah. Thank you so much, I appreciate you. My girlfriend Samantha, where are you? Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this, and you've really pushed me farther. This is probably the coolest thing I've ever created in my life. I've done a lot of things, and just to see it come to life, and the people that we've helped in the journey, thank you all for being a part of this. Thank everyone. Round of applause. Thank you. And let's have fun. So what do you think of that, man?
It was fun. It was surreal. When you hear people laugh when they're supposed to laugh, when you hear people go when they're supposed to do that, and it was because of something that you created.
It's priceless. All that hard work paid off. That was enough in itself, and I'm ready for a drink.
I'm ready for 3.
Let's go get a drink.
It's fun. Let's go.
Ambitious Adventures was a huge success. Everybody loved it, felt like a celebrity. It was so surreal to be in that moment. You know what? Everybody sees the success, but they don't see the grind. Now, we're back to reality. Yes! 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 I won! So Herb, I'm a little excited about this game. Have you ever played Bond? So Bond is like, I would play hours and hours, nobody could beat me. Anyways, so the Maddixes are coming today, and I want to learn a little more about, well, Caleb Maddix. I want to see his side. What a 15-year-old, like, is he really do kid stuff? Does he even play video games? Today we're gonna be playing Mario Kart. We're gonna hang by the pool. We're gonna talk some business, and I'm gonna do lightning on these people playing Mario Kart. But we're gonna have some fun, talk some business, do some Facebook Lives, create some video content, and just hang out. Because, you know, I like to work hard, I live to grind, but also I like to have fun too, because honestly, why not? Life's too short not to.
Yo, I'm the master. Look at this, I just passed my dad.
No, you didn't.
I know, but it's all mental. I'm in your head now.
Why did you pick him anyways? Bowser? Dude, he doesn't have anything to offer, man.
He's kind of like you in real life. Let's go.
One good thing to learn here too is sometimes you have to go slow to get far. You can't always go really fast. I mean, look at this. If I go over the edge, I'm screwed.
I just went off. I went off. Sometimes you're going to go off the edge in life. That's another entrepreneur lesson. But when you go off the edge, you get back up.
That's true.
Get back up.
Come on, give him that Rocky speech.
But sometimes
Guys,
you got to
you guys
slow
are
down
both
and
on
have
the
a little
second
bit of
lap.
fun.
Isn't that true though? Like,
Yeah, it is.
I know everybody sees we're always working hard, but you need to have that. No!
This is
Yes!
my fifth time.
You need to have time to just have fun.
6 times I've
Like
fallen
64.
off the edge.
We're doing a
Dude,
30-minute break before we
You
brainstorm.
know what? These guys are old. That's why they're good.
But Caleb, it's all right, man, because what were you? How old were you when this came out? Were you even born?
No. Maybe.
What did you play when you were younger?
Me?
I never let
We
him have
used
a
to
video
play-
game
yeah.
in the house.
That's right. That's why you're so bad
Child
at
abuse.
this.
Child abuse.
No, but for real,
of his friends
my
had video
dad.
games,
I
and I
never
was
used to be like once a year. My dad would let me play a video game.
Caleb, you gotta press the trigger, man. To use
I
it.
have been.
I feel like I'm being a bad mentor, but if you don't listen, if you don't take coaching, you can't get better.
That's
me
true.
teach you
That's
something.
true. You got to be coachable.
Well, we weren't going to play, but
I made
Herb
you.
begged us. You know what I mean?
Herb kept saying.
We were trying to work. Did you just win?
No, yeah. Oh no.
Tell them about when you threw away your second place trophy in baseball. Tell this story. It's
Listen, all
important.
right. Growing up, I played a lot of baseball. So we would play these tournaments, and there would be these 6-foot kids that could lace the ball 70 miles an hour. They were unbelievable. And there was this one tournament we had no chance of winning. Like literally, there was no chance we were gonna win.
It's like no chance of winning this game.
Yeah, so we go ahead and we actually played unbelievable, one of our best tournaments, and we got to the championship game. And it came down to the last second, and we ended up losing. So one of our teammates struck out, but we only lost by 1 run. So we played way better than anybody thought we would, and I'm in first place. So
everybody was
I'm
all
gonna start
proud.
telling stories. So everyone was all excited.
What are y'all proud of?
Everyone was so excited whenever they won. My friends were taking selfies with our second place trophy. And you know what I did with my second place trophy? I took that thing and I threw it in the trash.
If you ain't first, you're last.
And my team was like, dude, why'd you throw it in the trash? I was like, you guys are happy with second place? No wonder we got second place.
So think about that. What happens is they are settling for the second place. Dude, if you get second place, I would be mad.
But then why are you in second place while you're saying all this?
The biggest problem is not that we're too hard on ourselves. Everybody's like, I don't want you to be so hard on yourself. No, the biggest problem is we're too easy on ourselves. Self-accountability and holding yourself to a high standard of rewards and consequences, that's where the magic happens.
After playing some video games, we decided to take a quick coffee break before heading poolside to talk some business.
You know what I love is, so you didn't grow up in like where you had a wealthy family.
Yeah.
You didn't have things given to you. You're not entitled. And what we talked about this on Set of Ambitious Ventures, where you, like, remember when you went to your friends are like, I get paid to take out the trash and stuff. Can you tell that story? And I mean, I love this. I repeat this all the time, but how you had to read a book.
Yeah, so this is like one of my favorite stories to tell, and it's really the foundation of, you know, my success. But basically, one day I went over to my friend's house, and my friend's mom walked up right behind him, tapped him on the shoulder, and then handed him a $20 bill. Yeah. And you know, ever since I was extremely young, I was probably 7 years old at the time, ever since I was young, I've always loved money. So I was like, dude, what'd you do to get this 20 bucks? Like, what was the secret? Why'd your mom just hand you 20 bucks? And he said that he did these things called chores. So this is my first time hearing about it at 7 years old. And I was like, so what's a chore? He's like, well, I'll take out the trash, or I'll clean the dishes, or I'll do this and I'll do that. And that's, you know, and then she'll give me $20 at the end of the month. So I went to my dad and I was like, you know, next time I saw him, whenever I left my friend's house, I said, Dad, what do I have to do chores? Like, I want to start doing chores to make money. And, you know, it's obviously a different approach than most kids take. And then my dad looked at me and he's like, nope, I'm not going to pay you to do chores. And I was like, what do you mean? You know, like, don't you want me to learn to work and have work ethic and take out the trash and do all this stuff? He said, yeah, I want you to do that, but that's something that I expect you to do. Like, whenever you're 30, you're gonna have to take out the trash. You're not gonna get paid for it. He said, so instead of me paying you for something that is a necessity, let me pay you for something that is gonna pay you when you're older. Yeah. And he said, that's reading. So my dad set up a system where every single time I read a success book, not, Harry Potter, stuff like that, but like an actual success book.
Sorry, Harry.
Sorry, man. But every single time that I read it, I would write a report on it, say what I learned, and my dad would give me $20.
People, when they get interviewed, he's made $200,000 by age 15. He's been voted in the top 20 most motivational people in the world. And we could go on and on. Spoke on stage with Tony Robbins, and you name it. You know what most people are most impressed with? The fact that he wrote a book when he was 12. You know what I mean? Literally, of all of his accomplishments.
The book.
It was the book, because there's something about being an author, something about being able to say, hey, I'm the author of, you know, and people respect that.
So for you guys, what you're doing right now, Maddix Publishing,
Yeah.
why is it important for somebody to write a book?
It's everything, honestly. You know, people look at my success, they look at how do you stand in a room with successful people, you know, and have the confidence. And honestly, everything comes back to positioning. Everything comes back to what can you say to get people to view you like an expert. You know, you look at someone like Bill Gates. He's an expert at what he does. You know, you look at someone like Warren Buffett. He's an expert in investing. You look at LeBron James, expert at basketball. The people who get paid the most are always the ones who are the experts. So what can you do to make yourself look like an expert? Well, I think the easiest and quickest way to become an expert is writing a book. Like, if you let's just say there's someone and they're really passionate about teaching leadership, and they're like, I am a leadership expert. Then someone else comes up to you and they're like, hey, here's my book on the 10 steps to leadership. I want to teach you about leadership. Who are you going to go with? You're going to go with the person that wrote the book, just because that's that expert and authority status. And it's one of the number one ways to get your message out. Look at every religion, how they get their message out, through a book.
Through a book. If somebody listening, because again, not everybody knows how to do a book. How do you guys, when somebody comes to you, how do you help them get the book?
Some people, when they think of writing a book, they think it's got to take 10 years, cost so much money, it's stressful, you got to go lock yourself into a cabin for 2 years and never talk to your family and be intense and, you know, meditate for 3 hours. First thing we want to do is like, hey, relax, we got you. You know what? If you follow the process, you can get this thing done with no stress, no writer's block. It's easy. Have fun with it. So that's the first thing we do. But the thing that we really do is we're the cool kids at school that protect people from the bullies. You know, a lot of publishing companies out there, man, they scare people.
Yeah.
They're bullies. You know what I mean? They like overwhelm people and scare them. And we're like, you know what?
It takes 7 months to accept your application.
Yeah,
you know?
and then they have all these rules. We give people 100% rights of their books, you know, and we get it all done for them. Literally, they just write, and we teach them how to write without trying to edit. The number one free advice I'd love to give to all your followers is, when you're writing, don't edit. Don't edit once. If you don't even hit backspace once, don't correct a sentence or a word. Stay in that flow of writing.
Many times I went back.
Let the editor do that, or you can do it after you've got it done. Just get it done. You know, it's all about momentum.
That's something that we really do with our publishing. You know, I know a lot of people are sitting there like, you write a book a month, right? Like, that's insane. Like, how do you do it? It's because we don't overcomplicate it. We literally do have a step-by-step process that we use, that my dad and I sit down, knock out a book a day, 2 days. Your entire mindset is like, they'll live to grind, right? And I totally, that's like my mindset as well. And a lot of people say they hustle, which is great. I believe everybody can hustle. And I say this a lot. Anyone can hustle, but grinding is hustling when you don't feel like it. That's what I define mentally grinding as.
It's creating that extra video when you don't want to. It's jumping in the pool when you don't want to jump in the pool.
Hustling, yeah, try to get rid of jump.
It's doing the things. Well, you're going to jump because I'm great at sales. You're already going to do it.